Why are you losing muscle even though you are exercising? You are eating protein, you are lifting weights, you are doing everything you are supposed to do, and yet the muscle is still going, slowly but steadily, year after year. Most people blame age, hormones, or say they aren't working hard enough. But beneath the surface there is another reason that almost nobody is talking about. And once you understand it, everything else makes sense. Your muscles are not just losing fibers, they are losing their blood supply. And without blood vessels, none of the other stuff matters. Not the protein, not the exercise, not the supplements. Because the delivery system that carries all of those things into the muscle is breaking down, quietly, without any symptoms. Starting in your 30s and accelerating every decade after that. I am Dr. Angio, and today I want to walk you through the hidden reason you are losing muscle with age. What is actually happening inside your muscle tissue at the microscopic level. Why? Your muscle stops responding to exercise and protein the way it used to. And most importantly, what you can do right now to rebuild that blood supply and start getting results again. If you like science-based explanations that help you understand what is really happening inside your body, make sure to like this video and subscribe. I post new videos every week so you can use knowledge as a form of prevention. Now, before we get into the solution, I need you to understand the problem because most people are treating the wrong thing. Here is what is actually happening inside your muscle right now. Every square millimeter of working muscle is threaded with tiny blood vessels called capillaries. These capillaries do not just deliver oxygen during exercise. They regulate the moment-to-moment exchange of nutrients, hormones, and growth signals that keep muscle fibers alive and functional. Every muscle fiber is surrounded by a capillary network so dense that no point within the fiber is more than a few cell widths away from a blood vessel. That proximity is not a coincidence, it is critical. Because here is what those blood vessels are actually doing. They are delivering the signal that tells your muscle stem cells to activate and repair damaged fibers. Your muscles have a repair crew. They are called satellite cells. When a muscle fiber gets damaged during exercise, satellite cells activate, multiply, and fuse with the damaged fiber to rebuild it stronger than before. This is how muscle grows. This is what happens when exercise works. But satellite cells do not activate on their own. They need signals from nearby blood vessels to wake up and do their job. And here is the problem. With aging, the capillary network in your muscle shrinks. Studies in both humans and animals have documented a progressive decline in skeletal muscle capillary density with age. As those capillaries disappear, the distance between your satellite cells and the nearest blood vessel increases, the activation signals weaken, the repair crew becomes sluggish. Damaged muscle fibers do not get rebuilt the way they should, and over time they are lost. But it gets worse, okay? As the blood vessels deteriorate, the ones that remain develop what scientists call endothelial dysfunction. The cells lining those vessels become less responsive and less capable of delivering nutrients on demand. And this creates something called anabolic resistance. Now, anabolic resistance is the reason you feel like your body stopped responding to exercise and protein. The protein is in your blood. The signals from your workout are firing. But the delivery system cannot get those things into the muscle efficiently anymore. It is like ordering food to a building where the roads are all broken. The food exists, the restaurant made it, but it cannot get through. This is why muscle loss accelerates in your 50s and 60s even when people are exercising regularly. It is not that the exercise stopped working, it is that the infrastructure needed to respond to exercise has deteriorated. And here is the name for what you end up with: sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength that affects an estimated 10 to 16% of older adults worldwide. And it is one of the strongest predictors of falls, fractures, disability, and early death in the elderly. Now, what drives this capillary loss in the first place? The process that builds and maintains blood vessels is called angiogenesis, and the master signal that controls it is a molecule called VEGF, vascular endothelial growth factor. Think of VEGF as the construction foreman for your capillary network. When VEGF active and signaling properly, new capillaries form, existing ones are maintained, and the blood supply to your muscle stays robust. When VEGF signaling declines, the foreman goes home, the construction crew stops showing up, and the capillary network slowly falls apart. With aging, VEGF signaling in skeletal muscle declines. The endothelial cells that line your capillaries become less responsive to it. The result is a gradual pruning of the microvascular network that your muscle depends on. And here is the thing that nobody tells you. This is happening right now in your 30s, in your 40s. Long before you notice any muscle loss, the vascular decline comes first. The muscle loss follows. But check this out, because this is the part that should actually excite you. This process is reversible. And the most powerful tool for reversing it does not require a prescription, does not require expensive supplements, does not require anything you do not already have access to. It is exercise. Specifically, the right kind of exercise done in the right way. Here is why exercise works at a biological level that most people never understand. When you exercise, the working muscle experiences a coordinated storm of signals. Mechanical stress from muscle contraction, metabolic stress from energy depletion, shear stress from increased blood flow through existing capillaries, and brief, transient hypoxia as oxygen demand temporarily outstrips supply. Each of those signals activates the angiogenic pathway. Together they converge to stimulate the sprouting of new capillaries from existing vessels. The capillary network expands, blood supply improves, satellite cells get closer to the vessels they need. The activation signals strengthen, and muscle starts responding again. Now here is a study that blew my mind when I first read it, okay? Researchers took muscle biopsies from healthy young men in their 20s and older men in their 70s. The older men had roughly 25 to 30% fewer capillary contacts per muscle fiber than the young men. The delivery system had genuinely deteriorated. But after just 12 weeks of resistance training, the older men's capillary contacts increased by 26% in one fiber type and 33% in another. Their capillary-to-fiber perimeter exchange index, which measures how much of the muscle fiber surface is actually in contact with a blood vessel, increased by 24 to 27%. 12 weeks. That is all it took to meaningfully rebuild the vascular infrastructure that decades of aging had eroded. And the researchers made a conclusion that I want you to really hear. They said this greater capillary supply may be an important prerequisite to reverse anabolic resistance and support muscle growth. In other words, rebuilding the blood supply is the thing that has to happen first. Before protein synthesis can improve, before muscle growth can resume, the delivery system has to be fixed. So what kind of exercise actually does this? Both aerobic and resistance training promote angiogenesis. But through different mechanisms, aerobic exercise primarily drives capillary growth through shear stress and metabolic signals. Resistance training activates mechanical stretch pathways and upregulates VEGF gene expression directly. And here is something that surprised me when I first went through this research. A 2025 systematic review confirmed that older adults still possess the full capacity to improve skeletal muscle capillarization through exercise. The machinery is not broken. It is just not being activated. Moderate intensity aerobic exercise significantly enhances capillarization, and the effects can be maintained even after you stop training. The angiogenic response to exercise does not disappear with age. It just needs to be triggered consistently. Now, let us talk about what to eat. Because exercise builds the blood vessels, but what you eat determines whether those vessels and the muscles they serve have the raw materials they need. The first thing is protein. And here is what most people get wrong. The standard recommended daily allowance for protein is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight per day. That is not enough for aging muscle. Older adults develop anabolic resistance. Remember, the reduced ability to synthesize muscle protein in response to dietary protein. So older adults need 1 to 1.5 grams per kilogram per day. Spread evenly throughout the day, not all in one meal. This matters because adequate protein intake supports the entire anabolic signaling cascade, including the mTOR pathway that regulates muscle protein synthesis. And through its effects on HIF-1 it also supports angiogenesis itself. Insufficient protein in the context of declining capillary density creates a double deficit. The delivery system is failing, and the building materials are inadequate. Second, dietary nitrates. Spinach, arugula, beets, celery. These are among the richest dietary sources of inorganic nitrate. When you eat these foods, bacteria in your mouth convert the nitrate to nitrite. That nitrite then gets converted to nitric oxide in the bloodstream, particularly in areas of low oxygen, exactly the conditions found in exercising muscle. Nitric oxide is a key mediator of exercise-induced angiogenesis. It keeps blood vessels dilated, it supports blood flow, and it amplifies the vascular benefits of physical activity. A 2025 study found that 12 weeks of nitrate-rich beetroot extract supplementation in postmenopausal women improved skeletal muscle microvascular reactivity and increased serum angiogenic potential. The serum from these women induced a 1.8-fold increase in blood vessel tube formation in laboratory assays compared to their own baseline. 12 weeks of eating a beetroot extract made their blood more capable of growing new blood vessels. Okay, that is not a small finding. Third, flavonoids from plant foods. Quercetin, found in red wine, onions, green tea, apples and berries, stimulates VEGF and the angiopoietin pathway while also promoting muscle and bone repair signaling. EGCG, the primary polyphenol in green tea, stimulates VEGF expression and drives key drivers of tissue regeneration. Genistein from soybeans activates VEGF and CD31, the markers of new capillary formation. These are not exotic supplements, they are compounds found in foods you can eat every single day. And they are activating the same molecular pathways that pharmaceutical companies spend billions trying to target with synthetic drugs. Fourth, vitamin D. Most people think vitamin D is just for calcium absorption and bone health, but research has revealed direct effects on angiogenesis that most people never hear about. The active form of vitamin D increased VEGF and FGF1 expression in skeletal muscle cells, two pro-angiogenic growth factors that promote new blood vessel formation and tissue regeneration. A study published in Circulation demonstrated that vitamin D supplementation increased the number of circulating angiogenic cells in the bloodstream. These are the cells that patrol your body and repair damaged endothelium. In diabetic mice, vitamin D restored impaired angiogenesis entirely. The consensus recommendation for older adults is 800 to 1,000 international units per day, but the reason it matters for muscle goes beyond bone. It is about maintaining the vascular infrastructure that muscles depend on. Now, let us look at the full picture. You are losing muscle, not just because of age, not just because of hormones, but because the capillary network that delivers everything your muscle needs to grow and repair is quietly deteriorating. The satellite cells that rebuild damaged muscle fibers are getting farther and farther from the blood vessels that activate them. The delivery system is failing, and that is why the protein and the exercise are not working the way they used to. That is the hidden story. And here is the empowering part. Resistance training can rebuild capillary contacts in aging muscle by 26 to 33% in just 12 weeks. Aerobic exercise triggers VEGF signaling and capillary sprouting. Dietary nitrates amplify the vascular benefits of exercise. Quercetin, EGCG, and genistein from plant foods activate the exact molecular pathways that couple blood vessel growth to muscle repair. Protein at 1.2 to 1.5 grams per kilogram per day gives the muscle the building blocks it needs once the delivery system is working again. And vitamin D supports the circulating repair cells that maintain the capillary network. Your muscle is not responding because the roads are broken. Fix the roads and the muscle responds. That is the Dr. Angio message on building muscle. I am Dr. Angio. If this helped you understand why you are losing muscle and what to actually do about it, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs it. And if you want me to cover the exact training protocol that maximizes capillary growth in aging muscle, or the specific foods with the highest nitrate content, leave a comment below and I will cover that next.